Hi, and welcome to Excel VBA Data Entry Form for Employee Payroll System with User Interface. Now let me show you guys how this works. Right here, we can search. Let's assume I want to search for any other candidate. Let's reset the whole lot and come in here. One good thing about this program is you can use any of these criteria, anyone, to search for whatever candidate you want. Let's assume we want to use the inner city within. So I'm going to just select anyone here randomly. I'm going to go for 345 pounds and nothing. That's it right here. That's the one I've just selected. I know we have two here. Now let's see what's going to happen. There we go. And the one we've just selected, that belongs to Natalie Bells. Okay, we can just change it. Okay, that's from the inner city. Let's assume I want to select from the postcode. Let's have a go at any of those postcode there. I'm going to just select maybe NM09. No, 909. And click on search. You see, that's how it works. Any of this column. This is actually at a request of one of my viewer. She will actually want to be able to search using any of these. Okay, she's actually a member of the channel, so we had to put something like this together for her. Okay, now one other thing that we can do is we can add, as you guys can see, let's assume we change the details of this Larry Coleman. Let's change it to, let's say, Santana, Montana. And let's change the postcode of Santana, Montana. And we won't be able to change this because this one is label. And let's say the firm he's working for is iBank. And Santana, Montana is male. Okay, let's change the wages here. All right, that's the city waiting allowance and is highly paid. And in here, overtime, hard working man, and in here, extra pay. So all we just need to do is to come right here. You see where we see hard wages. Click on that, and you see the changes has taken place. And if you go straight down, we should be able to see the details of Santana, Montana. But if it's not there, that's it. That's Santana, Montana. If it's not there, all you just need to do is click on Add New. But Santana, Montana is already there anyway. That's fine. We can delete whatever we want to delete. We seems to have a lot of Santana, Montana in there. Get rid of that. And look, we have Luke in there. Get rid of another Luke. There. Okay, so we can also print if we want. Okay, and exit. The choice is yours. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Excel development environment. I'm going to put something like this together. For your information, it's going to take some time, but for those of you who are skilled at designing the interface how you want, you can always keep that. There's going to be a table of content for you guys to click on the description area. So let's have a go at it now. And welcome back to Excel development environment. Now let's give this a shot. So what I'm going to do is, you see the data that I used, I'm just going to copy some of those data. You can just make that up. The choice is yours. So I'm going to come in here. Okay, just copy. And I'll make this data available. You don't really need it because you can make up your own data really. But for those who might need it, I'll just make it available for you. Okay, I'm going to copy that. Right click and just copy. And let's come right down here. This is my new project. I'm going to paste that right there. Just Control V, paste. There we go. We can't see this that much. Okay, there's it. Oh, that is it. All right, Now I'm going to save this. Let's go to File and Save As, and I'm going to be saving it as an Excel enabled macro, or Excel macro enabled. So let me browse to wherever that is, and right here, that's the directory I intend to save my work. So I'm going to change this. You see where we have save type as, I'm going to change that to Excel macro enable workbook. Okay, make sure that's what you select. See, those are the previous ones I practiced with. So I'm going to change this very one to, the name is going to be employers or employee payroll system _ system. There, that's the name of my project, employee payroll system. Click on save. There we go. There. So now if we go to the developer tab here, and there's one thing, because I do have some new learners here, if you don't have your developer tab, all you need to do is to go straight to File and you select your options right there. Now go to Customize Ribbon. Inside your Customize Ribbon, your developer tab is right here. Okay, it must be checked. Make sure it is checked. Okay, if you can't find your developer tab here, come to Popular Command, or just select any of these, maybe All Command. You should be able to see your developer tab. Just search through here, you'll see it. And once that is checked, you click on OK. There we go. My developer tab is right there. Now the next thing you want to do is, once you have your developer tab right here on the menu, click on that, and the developer tab that you just click on should open up all of this menu here. Select VB or Visual Basic, or you can always click on Alt F11. So I'm going to click on that, and that's it. There's nothing there, as you can see. Okay, now to get our form in place, I'm going to go to Insert. Look at it right here. Click on Insert, Add a Form, User Form, and you see your user form automatically appears here. Look at it. Now that's your form. You now want to modify your form to how you want. That is the properties. Just place your mouse on top of it. You will see what you want. Those are the components for you. I'm going to click on the properties. That's the properties right there. The first thing I want to do is to take care of this form to give me room to carry out some work. I'm going to change the size of that form to 700, the height to 700. Now the width, I'm going to change the width. The width is right here somewhere. You guys might not be able to see it. Let's move that up. Okay, let's come here. I'm just going to drag it here so that you can see it. Let's say the width. There we go. That's the width. I'm going to change that to 1040. There we go. Now that's the width. That is done. Move this back. Just peg it right there where it was before. Right. And that is it. I'm going to close all of this so that you see everything. Anyway, there we go. That is my form now. Okay. Now the next thing we want to do is, if you run this form, there's nothing on it anyway. Okay, let's go back. This is just the code view. I'm going to go back to my property and select the form. That's the form there. I'll select this. Right, there's nothing there. If you run it, there's nothing. That's it. Plain form. Close that. Now let's start with the design of the interface. You now need your tools. That's your toolbox. Click on your toolbox. The very first thing I want to do is to add my label here. I also need a text box. Add one text box there. I will now change the font style of both components. So let's go to the properties. Click on the property there. And let's change that. Let's look for the font. First thing first, let me just reduct this thing back to the way it was. There we go. Let's move this up. I prefer it the way it was. Okay. Now, I need a font. That's the font there. Change that to maybe 14 bold. There we go. That's fine. Now the other thing I'm going to need is okay, first thing, let's just copy this, extend it that much, hold onto your control, click and drag. So we have two. Now I'm going to click and drag again there, and this time around, this very one, I'm just going to reduce that, so about that much, and extend this that much. And I'll need a text box, a label here, and I need in here, I'm going to add a combo box. There we go, that's a combo box here. Let's place that in here. There we go. Now we can change the size of that combo box to about 14 as well, make that bold. And the text content I want on that combo box, I'm going to enter, let's see, text, I believe, yes, it's text. I'm going to enter female. There we go. And here, you see the label here, we're going to change that to gender, so we need to come straight to the caption. Now that is done, for us to complete the data that would intend to add to this combo box, let me give it a name first. I'm just going to change that to CBO gender. Okay, so I'm going to now double click on my form. While the form initializes, I want you to complete the rest of the data. Double click on that. That is the form now, but I'm not using the event click. I want to use initialize. There we go. Now on the form initialize, I'm going to say cbo.add. I want you to add the following. So let's enter female there, ladies first, and underneath I just add male. There. So if I run the program, this is what you guys get. So you have a choice of choosing whatever you want. Okay, let's continue. Now here in there, the caption, we're going to change the caption to employee. The reason why I'm showing this is because some of you guys that are new to VBA VBA programming, so I just want to give you the opportunity of understanding how to put together an interface, but I'm not going to be able to complete it, else it's going to take too long. So let's change the next one to address, and this one is going to be changed to postcode. That should be code. Yeah. There we go. And now the name of each components. The very first one up here, I'm going to call that txt employee. So that we can just copy these names, come in here and change this to txt. The txt that represents text box, txt employee name, and this is going to be txt address. And this will be txt postcode. There, this already has a name. There we go. Now the next thing I want to do is, since I've taken care of this one, I will now create, let's create something for my date and so on. You see, for the dates that I intend to create, move this one aside first. I'm going to add here a frame. Click and just drag a frame there up here somewhere, and in there I'm going to get rid of this text content on that frame, so that means I have to open up the properties again, come in here, that's the text content, and just get rid of it, delete that, I don't want it. Now in here I need a label. a label, and in fact I need 2 labels actually, so copy this and just paste it there. 1, 2, actually, yeah, 1 and 2. So you see this very one, the second one, I'm going to change it, look, everything of that, I will change it to label, the text. So it's now white and the background is white. The text content, let's get rid of that. Okay, there we go. And the next thing is, you see the border, I'm going to change that to single. There we go. Now we don't have a black line around it. Okay, then the next one that I'm going to add there, I'm going to add my search component. Let's copy this text and just drag it here. There. Now we need a button. Add a button there. That's the button we will click on once we are prepared to search for whatever we want. And now this one, let's change that button components. Make that 14. Yeah, that's fine. And get rid of the content in there. Change that to search. There we go. And change the name to CMD search. Why this text box will be known as TXT text box search. Done. So this very one is going to be for dates, so I'm going to change that to LBL date, and the content in here that will become pay date. There we go. This is meant to be, that's not the name, take that off. This is the name right there. There, that's taken care of. Alright, for the date, for us to be able to see the date, what I'm going to do is go back to the initialize area. So first thing first, let's come up here. I'm going to declare some variables, but let's declare it one at a time so that you guys will understand it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say option explicit. There. And my very first variable that I intend to declare, I'm going to call it dim. This day as date. There we go. That's it. Once that is declared, the next thing we want to do is to now enter the date in there. I'm going to say LBL, the date, I'm entering that inside my initialize date dot caption equals format. You have to format it, else you will end up with date and time. So format date. There we go. That's all there is to it. If I run the program now, it should give me today's date. That is it. Okay. Now that is how I'm going to put together all of those. Then the next thing I want to do now is I'm going to show you how I'm going to put the interface together, and we will have to speed up the development of this interface, else it's going to take forever. Okay, so right now it's taking that long. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to come in here. Let's add a frame. No, yeah, a frame. Just click and drag. Put a frame there, and this very frame, I'm just going to get rid of this on it. And inside this frame, I will need 3 of these. Copy. Select this all. Click and drag. There we go. Okay, I need one more. Okay, you see that, guys? And then underneath, I'm going to need, let's copy this again, because we don't change it all around, and select all of these, reduce the size of that to about that much, and there we go. Now copy this again, there, and I need one more of these here, and one here as well. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Right, now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to copy. Let's copy this one. Control, hold on to your control, click and drag, and just place that here, and increase the size of this. And I'm going to have to reduce this because there's not going to be enough room for my buttons. So come in here, click, drag that much, just drag it that much. Yeah, that's fine. And in here I need one more. Right, then I need two down here. Hold and drag. Move this one down. Delete. Yeah. Right, and one here. Okay, increase the size of this and just put one here. Right, and here I need some buttons. So I'm just going to copy this very button there. Let's get rid of, go to the property, get rid of this. Copy this very button, click, drag. I need 5 more of those. That's 2. And there, those are all my buttons in place. Now let's change the data I have on all these buttons. I'll be add wages. This is add new, and this will be print. And here I'm going to call that reset. Why this is going to be known as delete. And finally that will be my exit button. Now for each of these buttons there, I'm now going to give them a name. Look at the exit. I'm going to call it CMD exit. So I will repeat the same thing for the rest. Okay. Now let's keep going. You see right underneath here, I'm going to add a list box. Drag it there. Right, that's my list box there. Yeah. Okay, that's how it's looking now. Okay, let's do one thing. I'm going to select this, the list box. Let's give it a name. So I'll change that to LST display. Right, that's fine. Okay. Now for this list box, I just want to show you one thing before I then speed up the whole design of the interface. So when I run it, I want all of this data that I have on my spreadsheet, I want it displayed. Look at it, it's looking beautiful already. So let's end that. So I want all of this data here displayed on my list box. That's just new 2 lines of code. So let's double click on the form itself, and right underneath, or maybe on top of here, we can just say my list box dot columns. Let's say column count. In total, let's see how many columns I have in there so that I can get all of those. I'm going to just count that. Okay, I've just counted that we have 24 columns entirely, but I'm just going to make it 23, so up to date. So let's go back into our code here. The column count, I'm going to say equals 23, and let's come back down here, then list box again dot. We want to say resource, no, that should be role source equals, let it start from column A1 up to, let's see this where that ends. That should be I'm going to go for W. Okay, so let's go back in here. That will be W. Make that 65,356 rows. Okay, and that's it. So if I run this now, we should be able to see those data I have. Look at it. Okay, look at it all there. I'm now going to just speed up with the design of the whole interface, and I'll get back to you guys shortly. And there we go, guys. I've actually finished up with the design of the whole interface. Then we can start work with proper programming. There's nothing happening here, as you can see. Okay, so with that, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.